On this video, I'd like to help share with you how to discover your life's purpose. And the reason I feel called to do this is because I've discovered in myself that I enjoy my life a lot more when I feel a sense of purpose. And when I get confused sometimes and I'm not in touch with that purpose, that's when I can start to feel resistant, sometimes depressed. And so it's being in tune with this life's purpose that brings so much joy and magic to every decision and every move we make in our lives. So if you don't know what your life's purpose is, if you don't know why you're here, this video is specifically made for you. And if you have a pretty good inkling of what you're doing here and what your purpose to fulfill in this life is, then this video is going to be a really nice affirmation for you, of course, as well. There's a certain part and level to us. And being that you clicked this video, you either are very interested in the subject, or you've seen my videos before, or you're into spiritual awakening stuff. So this next statement I make might apply to different phases and things you felt in your life. There's a part of us that wants to know and understand everything and to figure all this out. Like for me, I see this incredible, beautiful world. I'll just do a 360 for you. And there's this part of us that really wants to understand it, wants to figure out, like, how do we conquer this place? How do we make something of ourselves? How do we find something that lasts? Because the things that we do conquer, the satisfaction seems to fade pretty quickly, right? So how do we find something that lasts? And what we're guided to do is understand manifestation and learn how to take control of our lives, which I'd say is a very rational first step on the path to enlightenment and on the path to discovering our purpose. However, something that I've discovered is that it's actually much easier to be in alignment with the universe. It's actually much easier to walk the path of enlightenment and fulfilling purposefulness than we make it out to be. The simple way to tune into your life's purpose is not to sit around and think it up and try to figure out exactly what it is. This is actually when we'll find ourselves falling out of tune with this powerful force that moves through the entire universe and each of us. What we want to actually do is to, I know this sounds contradictory, drop our need for a purpose, let that go, and open our hearts to the world around us. Now, I'm not going to be vague about this. I'm going to be very specific. We want to open our hearts to the world, and we want to spend 99% of our time listening. So only 1% of our time speaking and talking about what we know and making our achievements or putting something out there into the world. 99% of our time being like a child on an adventure, walking out into a world without needing to understand it. See, when we come at the world from this place of openness, where we let go of our ideas and our beliefs and our understandings, and we see the world from this fresh, adventurous perspective, and we listen, what ends up happening is synchronicity begins to amplify. Synchronicity, like so much. More and more synchronicity begins to happen in our life. Now, I know you're aware of what synchronicity is, so I don't need to explain that to you. But please take a moment to consider with me that the times where synchronicity is most in your life is when you're in a state of allowing and receival. You're open to the magic and the mystery of this place. It's less of you saying who you are to life, and a lot more of you being open to life showing you who you are. You see the difference? This world and the way that everything works in the universe and consciousness and what is the true source of everything and what is the source of that source, these are questions which we can certainly explore and have fun doing so. But perhaps we can be honest with ourselves and realize that these might be things that we may never fully understand. And that's okay. What we can see from a very realistic perspective is that we live in a very mind-blowing, magical situation here. I mean, we live on a floating rock in space that's rotating extremely fast, and we don't feel that rotation. Stars, suns die and vaporize entire galaxies, and that creates the particles which create new life, which allowed us to be here. Different animals eat each other, but there's this whole cycle, and it's all connected. And the reason that I'm sharing this with you is to help you to see more that this really is a fantastic, mind-blowing place we live in. And if you can let it be that, if you can let it be the mystery that it is, that causes you to come at life with a lot more openness. And what I've discovered is that life is actually the process of the universe showing you who you are. That you're here actually for that exact purpose. Your purpose is to allow your life's purpose to unfold. Do you see this? So when we try to force a purpose, when we try to figure it out, it leads to a lot of resistance and pain and uncomfortable reality situations for us. When we simply realize that our life is this mystifying journey of ups and downs and lefts and rights and all these transformations, and more is always coming and nothing lasts forever, but something new always arrives. I mean, it's extraordinary. We really are on the most extraordinary adventure. And it's interesting to me that at the end of our workday, we want to tune in and watch a movie of someone else's adventure. And I think that the reason for that is because we don't realize, we don't see that our life is the most extraordinary adventure in the entire universe. And you're here. Out of all the places you could be, out of all the realities or dimensions you could have manifested yourself in, out of all the places your awareness could be focused right now, here you are, as the you that you are. That's incredible. It's extraordinary. So here's the simple solution to discovering your life's purpose. Approach life in awe of the mystery, in awe of the extraordinariness that this is. And one of the ways that you can help yourself to do that is look at certain areas in your life that you feel are really magical, that you have a lot of fun, that you feel like you're tuning into the mystery. Maybe that's learning about science. Maybe it's going out on hikes. It could be anything. Maybe it's surfing. It's up to you. The key for us to do is to listen to these parts of life where we feel the mystery of it all, where we feel the connection to this. How extraordinary it is to be alive. Spend your time in those places as much as possible and watch how the synchronicity expands. The truth is that synchronicity is something that only happens for people who are listening. It only happens for people that are open, that are aware of the things that are coming into their field. And if you're open to that mystery and you're open to the guidance, and you allow the magic of the universe to lead you, then you are fulfilling your life's purpose. Your purpose is to allow your purpose to unfold. And all the synchronicity, all the love you feel in your heart for certain people, places, activities, things, that's on purpose. The universe speaks to us through the heart. And love is the answer. Love is the key to align with the synchronicity and let our destiny make itself known to us. When you do this, when you allow love to be your guide, when you simply follow the heart in this way, with an open, allowing life to be this magical adventure, when you see it that way, suddenly a guidance makes itself very clear to you. Suddenly that part of you that seems to need to be in control, that always wants to understand and know exactly what's going to happen or where I'm going to go after this, and we've got this extraordinary plan we've crafted, that part of us suddenly fades out into the background. And we see that that doesn't actually matter. And we begin to recognize and realize that there's this presence that exists, that we all are, that we are not separate from. It is this witnessing, observing consciousness of which all of us have folded up into reality out of, and we will all fold back into someday. And when you realize and tune into that by simply following the heart and spending time in the mystical nature of reality as much as you can, and you can as much as you want, it's your choice. It becomes clear that you are the universe thinking about itself. You are the universe feeling about itself. And the intention that you feel within you is the intention of the universe. Meaning that you are not separate from any of it. Meaning that you don't have to learn or understand manifestation to create your dream life. All you need to do is listen, become aware and open, and the intention of the universe, which is you, expresses itself very clearly through you when you're in this space. You don't have to set your intention. You just have to listen to the intention that has already been perfectly placed within you, like a thumbprint of God, right into your heart. Listen more than you speak. Be open more than you're closed off. And trust the path that unfolds, because this is your extraordinary adventure. And you don't need to take it so seriously, because it doesn't matter in the way that on the human level we often make it out to matter. What matters is that you're here. And if you can be here, you will begin to receive the gift of life tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold, 100,000-fold, 1,000,000-fold. It just keeps growing. And it becomes clear to you in this space of openness and allowing life to be this extraordinary, magical synchronicity. It becomes clear that there is no end to the love of the universe. And that love is our gift. Love your life. And if you don't love it, I understand that things can be tough sometimes. So turn your awareness more toward the areas of your life that you really do feel that love. Spend more time in those places and you'll see these synchronicities and have this guidance come up. And it will guide you to more and more love. And at the end of the day, you see that you are that very love that you've been expanding. And there's no separation between you and it. In a nutshell, how you discover your life's purpose is just understand that your purpose in life is to allow your purpose to unfold. You see the difference? That's your purpose. You don't have to know exactly who you are or what you're doing here. You just have to be open, and you have to understand how to listen and get out of your own way. Really. It's a great gift to be here. I'm so grateful for so much in my life, and I'm sure you are too. I'm grateful to all of you. I'm grateful to this extraordinary magical adventure the universe has guided me on. I'm grateful for all the challenges and resistance that comes up in my life. I went through a big resistance episode over the last few weeks, and it was a challenge for me, and I didn't feel well. But I'm so grateful to it because it realigns me with that openness and the remembering how to listen, how to receive, to not always be the one talking, but listening. And there's a power in that. There's a power in knowing that you don't know. Because when you know that you don't know, that's how you allow more true knowing to arrive. It's very interesting. And I think that if you pay attention, you'll see in your life that there is this perfect synchronicity and this resonance within your heart. That everything that is present in your life, even this video, even this moment now, even the challenges, are part of this synchronicity, expanding you, leading you to the realization of openness, more awareness, more ability to see. Thanks. Much love to everybody. What an extraordinary gift this life is. Wouldn't you agree? See you for the next video.